Welcome to the Money Business Podcast. I'm Neal Regino.
I am Brian Weyman.
Today, we're just going to have a conversation about artificial intelligence, hot topic right now. A lot of people not only talking about it in the public, we see it on the Hill right now. A lot of information going back and forth. People are always talking to us as far as clients, how we think that's going to affect our industry. So, I guess first of all, I'll start with saying in 2000, I'd say around 2008, you started hearing about robo-advisors, and everybody was talking about how that was going to be a threat to our industry as far as financial advisors, that you're going to be able to use a robo-advisor to take the place of us, which obviously we know robo-advisors are really just asset management. It's not in general, not doing an actual plan and really individualizing what's going to happen for a specific client and their needs and what they're trying to accomplish. So we have some information on a similar thing. Obviously, this is going to be a whole different animal when AI is up and running and part of our daily lives, already pretty entrenched in what we do, but advancing every single day. So I guess, what are your thoughts on how AI is either being used in our sector or where the future of the financial advisor is actually heading?
I think it remains to be seen because of how advanced it ultimately gets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're a wee bit younger than me, so you'll probably see more of AI than I will. But I would agree in the sense that, you can use AI for portfolio management at some point, or like if you're looking to run comparisons on certain investments and things like that. But when you're doing it more from a planning standpoint and you're sitting with the client, you're talking about their estate, you're talking about who they want to leave their money to and how they want to leave it, especially if they run a business and there's succession planning and all the other things that financial planners and advisors actually do. Outside of that, I don't know where AI could fit into that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you're going to be able to. And again, I've seen some pretty amazing stuff with AI, but a lot of what we do is just as much emotional as it is mathematics.
Yep.
So to me, I don't see how the AI is going to fit into that. Hopefully for our industry, it doesn't fit in too much better than it is now. So, people are still doing this, 30 years from now. But to me, that's where I don't see where it connects with the client.
Yeah.
That's me though.
Well, I'll tell you what, I see it as a positive for us is that if you're an advisor, you better be really good and know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, that whether if you're insurance only, which we'll talk about this another time, but advisors that deal heavily in insurance, advisors that deal heavily in investments and aren't fully gathering all the information for the plan, where the issue with doing planning for individuals, especially as you go up market, is it's not just the financial advisor. It's how do you work with the accounting side, the legal side, the insurance side, the investment side? How are they all working together? And I don't know that there's going to be software that integrates all of that, because even inside of that, there are the right portfolio manager for the right asset level, the right insurance product for what you're trying to achieve, whether it's to help with the estate tax limit, whether it's buy-sell agreement, whatever it is, to have that right type for that specific person. Then on the accounting side, there are regulations changing all the time. There are limitless amounts of possibilities as far as what you can do to reduce taxes, to get credits, to know if you qualify. They're very intricate. And then even, I'll say it in another way, is you talk to 4 different financial advisors as a client, they might come up with 4 completely different plans. So I don't know if there's going to be a program that can say with
options.
100% certainty, this is what you should be doing. And then on top of that, there's going to be a lot to figure out with who's liable, right? So if the AI gave you the wrong information,
who do you sue?
Can you then sue the program, the company that created the AI?
Yeah.
And so there's that level of liability as well, which I think is obviously things that are being sorted out as this goes. But even on uh, the legal side, so okay, maybe you need estate planning and you're looking to set up a trust. Talk to 5 different attorneys. You're probably going to get 5 different trust options. Yes, they might all be irrevocable, but they might not all be built exactly the same. I know from dealing with the higher net worth side that there are only certain attorneys in the country that can do certain trusts that a client might be interested in getting into. So, how's the AI going to run that? How's it going to
Yeah.
build it to
It,
actually be specific to their
it
situation?
might
So,
come to a point where it can provide a very basic overall concept, I think, but
yep,
I don't see it like you're saying, especially if there's tax planning that needs to be done and things like that. But and we're also forgetting the main thing. Like, what about we're talking about the end result? What about the heavy lifting in the beginning? Like,
yeah,
how does that information get into a? How does AI get all the information
yeah,
to put it together? Right. So that's a lot of heavy lifting on
yep.
that client or whoever. If they're going to use AI to do it, somebody's got to feed the information, and you got to
And
feed it something.
we've all tried sending clients out an approved piece to document where all of their assets, all the questions we're
Hmm.
going to ask,
You don't
and
get all the info.
you never do. They
No.
don't understand what you're asking for all the time, or they don't know where to find it. Maybe you're asking what's your retirement plan balance, and they're like, I haven't logged in there in years. I'm not sure. And I get
Right.
electronic statements, so I
So
don't know. So,
that's where the human
yeah,
touch comes in to help walk them through
yeah.
that and coach them into that. So
Now, what
for
the
those that need it, that
yep.
is.
Now the hope is that AI is going to make our jobs a little bit easier at some point. Obviously, in our industry, we have a lot more oversight and regulation, which rightfully so. So getting technological advancements here takes a little bit more time than other industries. But if I can have a program that I can type in some numbers and it'll tell me a broad range plan or what type of investments they should be in, or be able to tell me, hey, this is where a client's portfolio is. Here's a new uh, portfolio construction that has less risk, more upside potential,
Sure.
and you still have to place it with the right portfolio manager, but it makes it easier to be able to show them where there might be some opportunities in their plan. So,
And little by little, you're seeing our jobs get easier because of tools like that.
yep,
But again, when it comes to that interface with the client, I don't see how anybody needs actual financial planning. It
yep.
could be full AI. I don't know how.
Yeah, now from the investment side, I mean, obviously there's a heavy amount of investment in the AI space. The
Vanguard just dumped a ton of money into portfolio construction through
Yep.
AI.
Well, they've always been known to really try to make it as invest a lot in do it yourself, the
Hmm.
online interface, and they're always ahead of the curve there. So that makes a lot of sense. But um, the other side of that, I just watched an interview with Brian Moynihan, who's from Bank of America, who said the AI investment on the individual level, subscriptions to AI like ChatGPT, they're up 130% year over year. So, people as individuals are using it more. We see all of these investments coming in from Taiwan Semiconductor, from NVIDIA, all the big ones, the Magnificent Seven that are all in AI, your Microsoft, Google's, those companies, Amazon. So obviously, it's the hot space to be in right now, and there are going to be a lot of changes in a very short amount of time. But I think, as far as somebody's concerned, trying to do a full financial plan using I don't know what it would take to be able to actually have a comprehensive plan completed with an artificial intelligence. So we'll see where it goes. I think for now, our role does have some security in that there is so much information that I don't know that AI is going to be able to decipher, because what's going to happen is, you could have companies where AI is designed to push you towards their company, right?
Yeah.
Like, you put a plan together and it's telling you to use this insurance
Right.
company or
So
this investment
right.
company, and you're like, yeah, is that the right thing, or did somebody skew this?
Who knows that there's going to be some
Yeah,
thing where you can you can pay a fee to be the favorite choice
yeah,
of of AI. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But I still think at this point there's just too much work that has to go, that falls on the client to be able to project the right information into the system to get the right outcome that's right for them. I just think there's way too much work on their end, and that's where, both on the front end and the back end of the whole thing, it's still not going to be as good as if a human's actually doing it.
What's your opinion on the job market with AI? Everybody's worried that it's going to take over a lot of jobs. It's going to affect the minimum wage.
Can understandably
Yeah.
see why certain people in certain positions are fearful.
Yeah.
I definitely can. And what does that outlook? Who knows? That's all uncharted territory, really.
Well, if we're talking to business owners, I think it's only going to help their bottom line and allow them to spend more money on more talent that they're going to be able to be more selective on if they have the additional cash flow. So there's pros and cons, obviously, but it's inevitable that we're heading in this direction. So we'll figure it out. We're resilient. So.
I just look at it like, everybody gets, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but people get bugged out about things like this. When Amazon came to the forefront and how big, online shopping became because of that stuff, and the mom and pop stores. If you just look back in the history of the world, it's always going to change.
Yeah.
Everything changes. So
yeah, to that
we just got to keep changing with it.
What happened? Amazon opened up their doors to allow mom and pop shops to sell on there, and now
you're buying stuff from those. So you just don't know
expanded
where
the market.
It's going.
Yeah. So, people think that it's a behemoth coming in, like a Walmart that's coming to put the mom and pop out of business,
it's really
but
not.
You find ways to advance. They see it as mutually beneficial. They make money off of it. They're opening up another market to a company that wouldn't have that market, and you find ways to evolve.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
The world's always a changing.
And that's why we're called Evolution Financial Group.
There you go. I didn't even think about that. No, self-plug there. That's actually done well. I mean, the sign's right there and all, but that was done well.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that coming.
Well, we appreciate you joining. That's just our 2 cents on it. We'll see. Let us know what you think.
We do this because we hope it helps, but it doesn't mean you have to take everything we say seriously.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate your time. Thanks.
All right. Thanks. Have a good one.